Hi again everybody, Greg here for another awkward beer review. Although that said, I'm not feeling particularly with it today, so this might be even more awkward than usual. Many thanks to my friend Luke Nicholas at Epic, who has sent me a couple of delicious bottles to taste. I don't know if he expected that I was going to review them, but they scarcely need reviewing anyway. I'm not sure there's anyone in New Zealand that hasn't had Epic beer at some point or another. These two are fairly special though. And in particular the one I'm going to talk about first. And Luke, you'll note that just for you, as per your suggestion, I have here a freshly washed wine glass of the large red wine variety, so it'll give us all those yummy aromas that we love so much. Right, so this first beer up is Mayhem. Now I'm going to open it up and get it poured so it can breathe a little bit. They probably haven't really rested out of the fridge at the right temperature, so I apologise if the aroma's a little suppressed. Yeah, I think a generous measure. It's got to be done. Beautiful colour. Deep amber. Slight green tinge to the head. That doesn't surprise me, knowing the amount of hops that are probably in this baby. So I have a very special memory of this beer. It was the year that we founded Sober, and a group of us were down in Wellington. It was the Beervana of the time, which wasn't called that then, Beer NZ Week. And I first met a certain young Neil Miller down there, and he was stewarding for the beer competition, and he was sitting there sipping this beer over and over again. The competition had pretty much wrapped, and he just kept tasting it. And I said, well, what are you doing? What are you drinking? He goes, it's Epic Mayhem, and I can't decide if I like it, so I'm just going to keep drinking until I'm certain. And I think Stu McKinley was with me as well, and that was kind of amusing. That was my introduction to Neil, and just for him I've got shorts on down here because I know he loves it. Anyway, back to the beer. Let's have a look at it. Wow, big hit of nectarine, slightly unripe nectarine, just, you know, probably picked it just before it's quite ready to eat, and it's got those lovely, very green aromatics. What else am I getting in there? Peach Melba, you know, like or a peach crumble where you've got that lovely pastry note as well, or the crumble biscuit note. That's what I'm looking for. See, I told you words were not working for me today. Oh, it smells amazing. And I just had a pint of this the other weekend on tap, and don't take this the wrong way, Luke, I was a little let down. I thought, oh, that's not really happening this year. Should have had it in a wine glass. Ah, now that is a complex beer. Beautiful. The first thing you get is a lovely coating resinous hop hit. Well, it's so hoppy it's almost sweet. I know everyone associates hops with bitterness. A lot of you beer people out there know better than that, but there's this beautiful sweetness to hop resin, and it's the essential oils in it, and they coat the mouth, and they just combine with the alcohol in the beer to just give you this big sensation of sweetness that doesn't come from the malt. And then, speaking of the malt, it kicks in and says, hi, I'm here to play. It's got this great big layer, this firm layer of lovely malty complexity. It reminds you of, it's stupidly visual, it reminds you of the amber waves of grain that the Americans are always singing about. Oh, I love this beer. Well done, Luke. The finish goes on forever. It's just so firm and so bitter. That sweetness comes back again to tease and then drifts off again. No, I like that beer. Well done. Right, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to come back and review Epic Larger, because it is. Back soon. Okay, back again. Time for Epic Larger. So, an Imperial Pilsner is what you get when you're American, and you have to put Imperial in front of everything so that it's bigger. Of course, the original Imperial beer was the Imperial Russian Stout, or Russian Imperial Stout, which so called because it was served to the Russian Tsar, or the Emperor, in his court. And because it's Imperial, I probably shouldn't really have poured myself that much, but hey, I don't have to do much else today, so that's good. I've got a yeast starter to prepare, but you don't care about that. So, look at that. It's a lovely gold, an absolute beautiful hue. The heads diminishes a bit, doesn't really hang around, but then again it is quite a high alcohol beer, and alcohol can diminish head retention. It doesn't always, doesn't have to, but it can. Not sure what else to say about the appearance. It's a beautiful looking drop. Let's have a smell. Oh, that must be nectarine season. I'm getting more of that lovely nectarine, although this is a more almost blossom, nectarine blossoms. It's quite floral. I need to stop saying "ah" so much when I'm doing these things. Remind me, all of you, will you? Thank you. Or There's just a very soft, slightly doughy note to the malt underlying the hops. It's quite, doughy doesn't necessarily sound like an appetizing word, but it actually does smell quite appetizing. It's getting the juices going in the mouth there. I should stop sniffing it and actually taste it, shouldn't I? Here we go. Oh, that's big. Yep, that is big. So, I'll start with the things I don't like about it first, because it's rare for me to have that in an epic beer. I think the mouthfeel's just a little syrupy, just slightly cloying, but then again, it's over 8%, I'm not exactly sure what it is. 8.5%, so, you're going to get that. For my money, a little bit more carbonation might lift that up a bit, and just, make it a non-issue. But that's the only bad thing I can say about it. It's actually quite refreshing once you get past the heavy mouthfeel. It's really quite delicate. There's all these little hop notes darting in and out there. I'm reminded of... Imagine if you could take golden syrup and ferment it right out, and then add some flowers. Yeah. That's a meaningless thing to say if you're not in my head. For 8.5%, that is a quaffing beer, which is quite worrying, really. It's very hard to describe. It's not often I'm lost for words over beer, but this one is... I'm really struggling to place it. I really like it. And I recommend that everybody goes out and gets some. I could see this being a Christmas Day beer. There's just a slight hint of pininess there that reminds me of a Christmas tree. But that's not the main reason. I just think it's the sort of beer that has the right weight and the combination of weight, mouthfeel, and refreshing character, which is an odd combination. And it would go down really well on a typical New Zealand summery Christmas day. Yeah, so thanks again, Luke, and also thanks to everybody who's been making nice comments on these videos. I didn't really know what to expect when I started doing them. I watch them and cringe and laugh at them, hence the name Awkward Beer Reviews. But you guys have all been really positive, and thanks heaps, it's been awesome. So, yeah, take care. If I don't get another one of these out before Christmas, have an amazing time. Look after yourselves, take care of your friends and your family, and don't forget to drink great beer. Here's to you all. Cheers.